Some shooters spend years chasing a 5-bird improvement, new chokes, different shells, a stock adjustment, a coaching session, and still 82 out of 100. Always 82. The problem is not your equipment. It is not your technique. It is that nobody told you the rules changed after 50. What worked at 35 works against you now. And the fix is not complicated. It is 4 simple adjustments that take effect the very next time you step onto the line. After roughly age 50, 3 things shift in your body without your permission. Your reaction time slows, your eye dominance becomes less stable, and your nervous system interprets a clay target as a threat. Triggering tension you cannot feel, but your scorecard can. The shooters who stay competitive into their 60s and 70s are not the ones with the best eyesight or the fastest hands. They are the ones who adapted to the new rules. They stopped fighting their age and started working with it. In this video, I am giving you 4 hacks, simple, immediate, and 0 cost, that compensate for exactly what age takes away. Use them on your next round. Watch your score climb. Before we jump in, please subscribe to the channel. Let's go. Hack 1. The pre-shot exhale. Here is what happens to most over 50 shooters the moment they step into the cage. Tension builds. The shoulders creep up. The grip tightens. The breath becomes shallow and high in the chest. None of this is conscious. Your nervous system is doing exactly what it was designed to do under pressure, and it destroys your shooting. When your shoulders are tight, your gun mount becomes stiff instead of fluid. When your grip is rigid, the muzzle transmits every micro-tremor. When your breath is shallow, your heart rate sits higher and your visual processing slows. You're fighting your own body before the bird even leaves the trap. The fix takes 3 seconds. Before you call pull, exhale completely. Not a sharp exhale. A slow, deliberate release of air until your lungs are empty. Let your shoulders drop. Let your grip ease. Then inhale naturally. Not deep, not forced. And call pull on the exhale. This does 3 things simultaneously. It drops your heart rate by roughly 10 beats per minute. It relaxes the trapezius muscles that interfere with a smooth mount. And it shifts your nervous system from sympathetic, fight or flight, toward parasympathetic, calm and controlled. You do not need to believe this works. Test it on your next 10 birds. 5 without the exhale, 5 with it. Count the breaks. The difference will be on your scorecard. Hack 2. The 3-second hold. Older shooters rush their mounts. This sounds backward. You would expect age to make you slower. And it does. But that is exactly why you rush. Your brain knows your reaction time has declined, so it compensates by hurrying. You call pull, and the gun comes up in a panic. Fast, jerky, no time to settle. The result is a mount that arrives in the wrong place and a cheek weld that is not welded to anything. You fire before the gun is ready because your brain is terrified of being late. And the pattern goes wherever the gun was pointing when the mount collapsed, which is rarely the bird. The hack is counterintuitive. After you mount, hold for 3 full seconds before you call pull. Count them. 1 1000, 2 1000, 3 1000. The gun is in your shoulder. Your cheek is on the comb. Your eyes are on the target zone. Nothing moves. 3 seconds. 3 seconds feel like an eternity in the cage. That is the point. You are forcing your nervous system to accept that there is no rush. The bird will come when you call it. The gun is ready. And it has been ready for 3 whole seconds. What this does is decouple mounting from shooting. Most older shooters treat them as one motion, mount and fire, a single desperate sequence. By inserting a deliberate pause, you give the mount time to settle. You give your eyes time to find the target zone. and you give your brain time to accept that the gun is exactly where it needs to be. Try this for an entire round. If it feels uncomfortable, you're doing it right. The discomfort is your old habit fighting back. Hack 3. The front hand release. This one is invisible to the shooter and catastrophic to the score. And age makes it worse. After 50, fine motor control declines. It is gradual. You do not notice it driving a car or typing an email, but you notice it on a shotgun because your hands are doing two conflicting things at once. The back hand pulls the trigger. The front hand guides the swing. And as fine motor control fades, the brain compensates the only way it knows how. It tightens everything. The front hand becomes a death grip on the forend. The knuckles whiten. The forearm locks. And the swing, which should be fluid from the hips, becomes rigid from the elbows down. Your front hand is now fighting your backhand. The muzzle slows. The follow-through disappears. The pattern arrives behind the bird. Here is the test. Next time you mount your gun at home, pay attention to your front hand. Is it gripping the forend like you're holding on to a ladder rung? Can you wiggle your fingers while the gun is mounted? If the answer is no, your front hand is too tight, and it is sabotaging every swing. The fix is deceptively simple. Mount your unloaded gun. Now consciously relax your front hand until the forend is resting on your palm, not gripped by it. Your fingers should drape, not clamp. The gun should stay in position from shoulder pressure and cheek weld alone. Your front hand is there to guide, not to hold. Practice this at home for 5 minutes a day. Mount, release the grip, swing left, swing right. The muzzle should float, responsive, smooth, no resistance. When you take this to the course, your follow-through will extend naturally because the front hand is no longer breaking the barrel halfway through the swing. Hack 4. The daily eye check. This is the most important hack in the video, and almost no shooter over 50 does it. Your dominant eye can shift, not permanently, but day to day, hour to hour, depending on fatigue, lighting, blood sugar, and a dozen other variables. At 30, your dominance was stable. At 50 plus, it wanders, and you cannot feel it happening. If your left eye takes over for a single station and you are shooting right-handed, every bird you miss will be a mystery. The sight picture looked correct. The mount felt solid. The lead seemed right. But the pattern was 2 feet left of where you thought it was because the wrong eye was steering. The fix takes 10 seconds. Extend your arm with your thumb up. Both eyes open. Cover a distant object, a doorknob, a light switch, with your thumb. Close your left eye. If your thumb stays on the object, your right eye is the driver. Close your right eye. If your thumb jumps, your left eye was dominant. And that misalignment will translate directly to the course. Do this every morning before you shoot. The result may be the same as yesterday, or it may not. The point is that you checked. If you find your dominance has shifted, you have 2 options on the course. Option 1. Close the off eye briefly as the bird launches. The simplest correction, and it works immediately. Option 2. Place a small piece of translucent tape on the lens of your shooting glasses over the off eye, enough to blur the image without blocking it entirely. Neither fix is permanent. Both work instantly, but neither works if you do not know you need them. 10 seconds a day. That is all it costs. 4 hacks. 0 cost. Immediate results. Exhale before you call. Your body cannot shoot smoothly from a state of tension. Pause 3 seconds after the mount. Rushing buys you inconsistency. Release your front hand. The death grip kills your swing. Check your eye every morning. Dominance that shifts without your knowledge steals birds you never knew you missed. You do not need new equipment. You need new habits. Start these 4 on your next round.